Hi, Dana Llewellyn here with Flow State Fitness. Today I'm going to be walking you through 5 different morning mobility drills. So whether you wake up springing out of bed, feeling good, sprightly and ready, or if it takes you a little bit of time to wake up, maybe you're feeling a little stiff and sore, these mobility drills are a great way to ease into the day, really set the right tone for getting your day started, and get yourself nice and aligned and ready to go. The focus for these mobility drills isn't meant to be taxing or jarring to the system. They're a really great way gently to start introducing some movement into your body first thing in the morning. The focus on these mobility drills is going to be some light inversion, so getting some blood flowing to your head, circulating through your brain to wake you up a little bit, some thyroid stimulation to jumpstart your metabolism, and a little bit of stimulation for your internal organs or digestive system as well. These drills are a great way to hit every system in your body and really just kind of jump things off and getting started. So we're going to start off with some neck mobility. Neck mobility is really important. Your neck is your connector between your brain and your body. So getting your neck aligned, oftentimes I'll wake up with a stiff neck if I sleep on my pillow a little weird. Sleeping in weird positions. So starting off with some neck mobility always feels super good first thing in the morning. So to get started, start either sitting or kneeling or standing if you want, with palms on the chest. So just start off imagining that you're just sliding your chin forward and backward along countertop, so keeping your chin on an even level. I'll turn to the side so you can see here. Just imagining the vertebrae in your neck sliding past each other, creating a little bit of space, and inviting some movement. After about 8 to 10 rounds of forward slides, we'll move on to side slides. Moving the head left and right, chin is still staying on an even level. For this one, I like to imagine that there's a bar going through my ears, and I'm just sliding my head right across that bar. And then finally taking all 4 of those directions and combining them in a circle. So sliding the neck forward, all the way to the right, all the way back, and then all the way left, eventually smoothing it out into one big circle. And then switching directions. If you hear any cracks or pops, it's totally normal. Just breaking up some of the fascia or the connective tissue in your neck. Might be some calcifications on your bone that have built up a little bit, so you're just kind of breaking out the fuzz. And then lastly for the neck, doing some yes, no's, and maybes. So starting on the yes, dropping chin to chest, and then lifting chin up, really getting a big stretch on the front of the neck. And then shaking the head no, getting some rotation in the cervical spine. And then finally, some maybes. Dropping ear to shoulder and making it active by imagining that there's a string being pulled up from your ear, so you're getting a big stretch here on the lengthened side of your neck, rather than just a passive drop. You're keeping it active and really finding some length. Moving on to a low lunge, a rocking low lunge. So starting in a low lunge here with one knee on the ground and one leg forward, feet are on railroad tracks, so slightly separated, to help you find some balance. So starting in your low lunge with your arms lifted, lunging all the way forward and opening up the chest. It's going to be a big stretch here on your right hip flexor. First thing in the morning, just take it easy. Just go to the range right where you're feeling a little bit of tension, but never to the point of pain. So you're rocking forward, big stretch on the hip flexor, and then rocking back. You can't see my front foot here, but keeping it flat on the floor. Getting a big stretch on your front hamstring here, shooting the hands forward, rounding the upper back slightly, and then lunging forward, opening up the chest. And switching feet after about 5 to 10 reps on either side. I'll turn to the side so you can see it from that angle. So lunging forward, opening up the chest, moving with the breath here. I like to exhale as I sit back. Inhale to come to center, and then exhale to lunge forward. So getting that morning started off right with some oxygenation as well, moving with your breath. Moving on to a rolling down dog to up dog. So starting in a down dog position, hands are planted, fingers spread wide, toes curled under, and the hips high. Knees can stay as bent as you need to keep a flat back. Hamstrings might be a little tight first thing in the morning, so inviting a little bit of movement here when you first find your down dog. So from your down dog, coming up onto your toes and then rolling all the way forward into an up dog, opening up the chest, activating the muscles in your back, and then pushing back to your down dog. Alternating between these two positions, up dog to down dog. If that's a bit too much, you can do a child's pose to a cobra. You're still getting all the same benefits, just slightly more gentle. In child's pose, knees are on the ground, spread wide, hips are back, and then rolling forward into a cobra. So in the down dog, you're getting a few inversion benefits, getting some blood flowing to your head and to your heart to get the blood flowing and really start to oxygenate your brain and wake you up. Next, we're going to be coming into a tripod switch. Tripod switches start seated on the ground with your palms face down and fingers facing away from you. Starting position is here with one hand by your cheek. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, bringing the hips into extension, squeezing the glutes, and then reaching up towards the ceiling. In this final position here, you have a little bit of spinal rotation and also some extension in your hips, opening up the front side of the body, and then sitting back down and switching. Squeezing the glutes up, full extension in the hips, stacking the shoulders, reaching up towards the ceiling. First thing in the morning, these are always a bit, but you can come a little bit deeper with every rep, and just taking it nice and gentle, allowing yourself some movement here. Tripod switches. And then finally, spinal circles. So spinal circles start from standing. Feet are spread about hip width apart, with arms above you, starting interlace. I'm in a basement room right now, so my ceilings are pretty low, so I can't fully extend my arms. But you're starting out with the fingers interlaced above your head, and index fingers released. Palms stay glued together the entire time. And you're going to start out with just some lateral bends from side to side. Finding your range of motion here. Then once you've established that range of motion, coming into full spinal circles, so tracing a circle down towards the bottom of the floor, bending the knees slightly at the bottom, and then inhaling through the top of your circle. Finding some big spinal circles here, moving the hips from side to side as you shift directions. Tucking the chin slightly at the bottom of your fold for a little bit of thyroid stimulation. And then switch directions, same amount of circles in the other directions, find some balance. This drill is also really good for some proprioception or knowledge of where your body is in space. This helps with that awareness. Alright, so there are some 5 mobility drills for you to try in the morning. We had some neck ranges, a rocking low lunge, down dog to up dog, tripod switches, and then finally your spinal circles. So give those drills a try in the morning, just see how you feel. Maybe give it a couple days, try it a couple days in a row, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.